Hello there, this is Peter. I am the owner of the company WebAika. I also do web development, and this is a very small tutorial about something that you might stumble within your web development projects. Let's say you have a really creative graphic designer, does a lot of really awesome designs, and right now we're working on a project for Eka Oils, a company that sells essential oils and other health-oriented products. My designer has created a very interesting section over here. You can see that the product categories, they have actual images that are sitting on top of the gray borders, and they're not standardized. You have 100% natural over here, you have this type of natural over here, because she couldn't fit the icon here because there's 2 lines of text over here, and there wasn't space for that. And other elements have this stuff over here. I mean, if you think about it, if you're as a web developer, if you're going to try to standardize these boxes to something that can be programmed, it's going to be a nightmare, simply because they are all over the place. So what can you do to make it look nice and program it with as little pain as possible? What we have done here, we actually finished programming this section here. You can see that as I roll over elements, move my mouse over it, I can actually see them highlighting. Now the cursor doesn't turn into a finger icon to actually click it, but we're going to fix that in a quick short session over here. 1 second. Just need to add an A tag. Just going to do a $sign for now. Now we are programming it in with advanced custom fields that allows us to have a maximum amount of flexibility, and client also gets a maximum amount of flexibility. So there we go. Now we can see the classic hand icon that allows person to click on an image, and it will redirect them to a home page. Right now, simply because we haven't programmed a link into it. But let's go over how this was achieved. You can see that we actually exported individual images over here. And the images have all of the elements that you're seeing here. So to a user, it appears as if there is an actual text, but it's not. It's an illusion. It's just a picture. And this is what we have done inside our WordPress administration. So we have introduced a repeater field for this section. And the repeater field, we specify the initial image and we specify the second rollover image. So this approach allows you maximum amount of flexibility with creative designs like what we have here. So that being said, let's look at how we take images from the advanced custom fields into the actual page. Now I did wrap it into the group field because I don't want to have conflicts with other similar names. Let's say if I have image 2 or image 1 in some other field over there, somewhere here, I don't want the names to conflict with each other. That's why I usually wrap them inside group fields. So we have a group rollover items, and I'm checking if the group rollover items has any specific elements in it, and if it doesn't, then if it does have something in it, then we go to a repeater field called items, and then we create mobile friendly render of the actual items. So if we reduce the screen size, you can see that everything restructures. And here I'm going to introduce another block over here. So there's going to be 2 items in a row. And that's pretty much how we have done that. Now we have created a div class called role, and this is something that was created originally. Well, I've seen it by googling how to create rollover images with simple CSS styles, and that's where I got the idea from. So I pretty much copied and pasted what they had, but they didn't actually have the code for some reason. I guess their website is broken or something. So I've recreated the code that they had. I think that's what they had. Div class role wraps around 2 images, one after another. First image has class of regular, and the second image has the class of rollover. And you can see that the images are dynamically populated through advanced custom fields. If you're not using advanced custom fields, you can just replace a source with your image and you'll be fine. And you don't need to worry about any of this stuff here. Okay, let's go to CSS. CSS is extremely simple, and that's what I like about it. It is probably the smallest CSS that I've seen for rollover images, and that's what I'm going to use. You can see there's display none, there's display block property, and that is it. So the only thing that's left here really is to go back and to make sure that the medium size, I guess, has, or let's see if the cell-phone version would look okay with 2 columns. I think it's going to be too tight. Yeah, it's too tight for the cell phone version. So we're going to keep the cell phone version at 12 and call small at 6. Yeah, so the cell phone version has 1, then the small version will have 2, then the large version opens up to 3 in one row. So that would be it. It's a very quick tutorial how you can do rollovers in WordPress. Another really great thing about this rollover that I really do appreciate is that I don't need to preload images. With other JavaScript preloader, other JavaScript rollovers, I actually have to preload the second image, and I have to do that in body tag, and it gets way too complicated because I'll need to grab data from advanced custom fields, channel it to the header, and then within the header upload it dynamically, and I also need to check which page it is on to make sure that it's not loading the images for pages that we don't need the images on. It becomes a huge headache. So that's a very quick tip that I wanted to share with you guys. If you found it helpful, please hit subscribe, like the video. That's really going to help my channel grow. And what else? One last thing. Advanced Custom Fields, acfboot.com is the library of scripts that we're using. It's a proprietary library of scripts that I've developed, and we have different elements that we use for quick website assembly. This is a very simple block that we have just looked at, but I am going to add this tiny block into our advanced custom fields into our acfboot library of scripts, so we can easily and quickly grab it and use it for some other project. And we can definitely, you can definitely modify the core structure to have whatever you want there. This library, acfboot, is really a startup project that has started with me, and we have a couple of other developers who are also part of it. As of right now. It's year 220, September 23rd. We're going to have a lot more people joining our library. Right now the membership fee is $5 a month, 1-year commitment. If you want to become part of it and save a ton of time developing websites, you're welcome to join in. A lot of the elements here, they come with a JSON file, which allows you to fairly quickly go into your advanced custom fields and import the structure. And then once you have the structure imported, you simply copy and paste HTML and CSS into your files, and you have this really beautiful block that we created. There's a lot of blocks here, but if you want to see this specific, you can see it in action on our Tanya's Massage Therapy Spa website that we have built. You can see how it highlights, it moves up, and then you have this model that opens up. So everything is contained within this really nice small block. And pretty much everything is mobile friendly. Again, this is not a selling point here. This is our development that we're doing. It's a small project, virtually non-profit at this time, and we're working with a small team of web developers, and we're working to grow this. All right, thanks for your time, and we'll see you in the next video.